But if you start being happy and grateful for the things that God is giving to you, God is gonna be like, wow, this guy is actually grateful. Let me give him more. So he's gonna be more grateful. And it makes me happy to see him grateful because it makes me feel like I'm doing something. You understand? Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Emmanuel and today I'm making a video concerning 5 toxic habits that keeps you from succeeding in life. 5 toxic habits. So without wasting time, the number one toxic habit that keeps you from achieving your goals is not setting clear goals for yourself. If you do not set clear goals for yourself, how do you expect to achieve those goals? You need to set clear goals for yourself, very clear goals that shows exactly where you're going to and how you're going to get to where you want to go to. You understand? You need to set goals like short-term goals, long-term goals. Like if someone asks you a question to know where do you see yourself in 5 years, what will you tell the person? So the answer to this question determines whether you are someone who sets goals for yourself or not. You have to be ready. You have to know where you're going to. For example, if you want to become something in 10 years, you have to set steps, different steps. That's what we call long-term goals and short-term goals. You're gonna have a long-term goal, and the short-term goals are gonna be the ones that will lead you to where you want to end up. You get your short-term goals, you might not achieve them, you might not achieve all of them, but you are still going to the direction of your long-term goal, which is very important. you know every person needs to have a goal. Like if you are going to somewhere and you don't know, like if you are just lost, you don't know where you're going to, you're not going to end up anywhere in life. You have to have a direction, and having a direction or having like a destination is what having a goal is. If you have a goal, you have a destination, you know where you want to end up. But if every day you wake up, just party, have fun, and just be doing things that are so you know fun and all of that, you don't have a goal, and you are not gonna end up anywhere. So that's the number one toxic habit you need to stop if you want to succeed. The second thing you need to avoid if you want to succeed in life is to stop blaming others for the things that happen in your life. Why am I saying this? Because if you keep blaming others for the things that happen in your own life, it looks like it shows that you don't blame yourself. You understand? Because if you keep blaming others all the time, it blinds you from the own thing, like from the thing that you do you yourself. You know, because sometimes it might not be others, sometimes it might be you the problem, and you have to work on yourself to kind of like solve the problems that you are having. But if you always try to identify the person who's making you not achieve your goals, that means you cannot see yourself as a problem. And if you are not seeing yourself as a problem, it's a very, very, very big problem for you. So you need to like start blaming your own self. Because in this life, you can't control something that's out of your control. If you want something, you have to work until you get that thing because it's under your control. But if something is not under your control, you cannot control it. That's why it's very important for you to start blaming yourself. Because if you blame yourself, you're going to start working on yourself so you can achieve the goal that you want to achieve. But if you blame other people, can you control others? No, you can't control them. So if you can't control them and you keep blaming them all the time, that means like your life is not under your control anymore because you are blaming others all the time. Yeah, it means that others are the reasons why your life is the way it is, but you can't control others. So that means you can also control your life. You understand? But if you start blaming yourself, you say that okay, the reason why these people are acting like this is because I allow them to do such thing, and I have to stop doing such things so they will also stop doing such things. Then you're gonna start working on yourself and changing your life. So stop blaming others, start blaming yourself, because you can control yourself but you can't control others. The third toxic habit that keeps people from succeeding and achieving their goals is to compare themselves to others. Like if you keep comparing yourself to others, you are not gonna succeed in life, because there's always gonna be someone who's gonna be higher than you, who's gonna achieve more things than you, and it's normal. That's how life is. You understand? Like, we are not equal in this life. Everybody, like, even you yourself that think someone is like has achieved more things than you, you've achieved more things than another person. Do you understand? So everybody in this life has achieved more things than some person, like a given person, and everybody in this life has achieved less than another person. You understand? So you have to be grateful for everything you have in this life. Don't compare yourself. If you're comparing yourself, it simply shows that you're not grateful for what you have. And God is the kind of person that God is like, He wants to see that you are grateful for the things He's giving to you. But if you're not being grateful for the things God is giving to you, God is gonna get frustrated. God is gonna be like, why is this guy always complaining? Every time I give him something, he will always think it's small because I've given more to another person. But if you start being happy and grateful for the things that God is giving to you, God is gonna be like, wow, this guy is actually grateful. Let me give him more. So he's gonna be more grateful. And it makes me happy to see him grateful, because it makes me feel like I'm doing something. You understand? So you need to be grateful for the things you have and stop comparing yourself to others. Some people like always get caught in this loop of comparing themselves to others, thanks to social media, because every time you're on social media, you know nobody wants to post a picture of themselves going through hard times in life. Everybody wants to post something that shows them like living their best life and all of that. One celebrity said that, like, Instagram, for example, is just a highlight of people's life. It's just the best moments of their life. So don't be confused. Don't, just focus on yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. So the fourth mistake that people make that stops them or keeps them from making it in life, from succeeding in life, is to surround themselves with toxic people. Don't surround yourself with toxic people. Why am I saying that? Simply because toxic people, like their name says, they are very toxic. Like, let me give you an example now. If you are a friend with a toxic person, they're gonna overlook everything you are doing that is very good. But from that moment, from the very moment you're gonna make a mistake, they're gonna start telling you that you made a mistake right there. But all the good things you've done, they will not mention it, they will overlook it. But from the moment you start making mistakes, they're gonna call you out to tell you that, oh, you made a mistake right here. You're always like this, you're always like that. They're gonna start criticizing you, all of that. They don't see positive things that you do. They only focus on the negative part. you know Go and meet a toxic person and tell them that, bro, I don't know why I'm always like this. I'm trying to work on myself and all of that. They're gonna be so happy because you are giving them like room for them to criticize you. They'll be like, yeah, you're always like that. you know but a friend that really helps you, a friend that's not toxic, is that kind of friend that doesn't focus on your negative part. Every time you do something good, they're gonna encourage you. They're gonna like help you, become a better version of yourself. Every time you do something bad, they're gonna try to, tell you that no, it happens, but you should not give up. Those are the kind of friends that you need. But if you keep surrounding yourself with negative people, when you do good things, they're gonna overlook it, and they're gonna even get hungry because they are doing good things for yourself. But the moment you start making mistakes and making bad things, they're gonna be like, this guy, I knew he was gonna end up like this. I knew. Those are toxic people. So you have to be careful. The people you're hanging with, you have to be careful, because they're like, toxic people can actually make you change. They can change you, because like everything that you are getting close to can change you. Like, a given quote says that if you are surrounding, like, they are the average of the people you surround yourself with. So if you keep hanging around with toxic people, you're gonna end up toxic. You are gonna end up a toxic person, you yourself. So be careful. And then the last thing, that's the number right? The fifth thing that keeps you from succeeding in life is to be addicted to social media. Social media has its benefits and all of that. It has its like pros and cons, but the bad side of social media is to kind of like make you be addicted. You understand? Because like social media causes a lot of things. You know, it takes your attention away from the things that matter in life. You always follow others. Every time someone posts something online, like they want others to like it before they feel like themselves. You understand? Imagine yourself if you post something on Instagram or on YouTube. Even me, it happens to me. I'm not saying that you know but like every time you post something on social media and nobody engages with the thing you're posting, how do you feel? You feel like as if you're an outcast or something. That's social media. So like if you are too addicted to social media, you're gonna turn to something that you will not like you yourself. Social media pushes some people to do a lot of bad things. You know, so that's it. And nowadays, like they've given so many like room for people to do whatever they want to do on social media. Nobody bans anybody anymore. So there are so many things that even children are not supposed to be seeing on social media, but they're seeing it. I feel you get what I'm talking about, yeah. So that's it. So you have to be careful because social media, if you're addicted to social media, it's gonna take you a lot of time to get out of that addiction. You understand? So, yeah, those are the things I would like to share with you guys concerning the 5 things you need to avoid if you want to succeed in life. 5 toxic habits. You understand? So you need to leave social media. You need to stop comparing yourself to others. You understand? You need to also like stop staying around toxic people. Toxic people are very bad for your success. You need to stop blaming others and you need to start setting goals for yourself because living without a goal is very bad. You need to set goals. You need to know exactly where you want to be in 5 years, in 10 years, today, tomorrow. What are the things you need to do to get to where you want to get to? So, guys, I just realized that my microphone went off. So, the last things I was saying, like, um, my phone didn't record it because the microphone went off. So, yeah. So, thank you guys for watching my videos, for engaging and all of that. I really appreciate. Lately my views have been going down because I stopped trading and all of that. But you guys that love this kind of content, please keep engaging so it will help my channel grow. Like, comment, share, do whatever you want, put a nice comment and all of that. It really helps me. I started this channel like 5 years ago and I keep going because I just love making content. That's just it. So that's why I keep making content. Even if nobody watches, I still post. You understand? Because I just love making content. So that's just it. So in case you like this kind of content, please go ahead, press the like button, share, subscribe, comment and all of that. I'll keep making this kind of content for you guys. If you want me, I'm that kind of person. I'm very dynamic. I don't stay, all these niche stuffs. Like when I have something I want to share with you guys, I always go ahead. It can be finance, motivation, self-development, whatever. I'll just post anime, distraction, everything. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Ciao.